Hello everyone, and welcome to my WA and Our American TV Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, October 3, show Lily Winters will meet with Victor Newman so they can talk about Billy Abbotts' takedown. Victor sadly will keep tricking Lily about her future at Chancellor. Once they complete a takeover, Victor assured Lily she could run the business. Nevertheless, he really intends to offer Nikki Newman access to the CEO position. Lily believes she can manage Victor, but she will eventually have to deal with the hurt of betrayal. Lily will discuss the next phase of their strategy for now as her partnership with Victor gets steam. Victor and Lily will have more scheming to accomplish, hence stay with us for updates on any devastating blows Billy may be due. Regarding devastating strikes, Daniel Romalotti Jr. will be left reeling after finding Heather Stevens' body at the morgue. As Daniel works through the shock of it all, he might want some alone time. Yet, our forecasts show him either sooner or later confirming Heather's fate to Phyllis Summers. Phyllis will really run across Sharon Newman at the GCAC, where she will launch charges and create quite a fuss. Will Phyllis think that Sharon had something to do with Heather's demise, or will she just blame her for Heather falling in the wrong circumstances? Given Sharon drove Heather away from Daniel that evening, Phyllis could believe she got caught in a dangerous circumstance. On the other hand, Phyllis might have a suspicion that Sharon triggered Heather's horrible outcome herself. Whatever the case, Phyllis will pour her vengeance on Sharon, who lacked surprise over Heather's body being discovered. Sharon will convey sorrow over what Phyllis and her family are going through as she continues to put up a show. Nick Newman may wind up taking Phyllis away from Sharon as he seeks to calm her down. Our spoilers claim Phyllis will turn on Nick for support since she's worried about the toll all this could take on Daniel. Of course, more trouble could be building if Sharon spies Nick consoling Phyllis. Cameron Kirsten might easily persuade Sharon to delete Phyllis completely and make it so Nick is never drawn to her again. The Young and the Restless spoilers claim Sharon will continue to battle with Cameron hallucinations and unexpected commands, so stay tuned for all the dramatic events to come. The Young and the Restless spoilers claim that Vale Bloom is now speaking out about her character's catastrophic exit. Heather faced a punch to the head that proved lethal after sparring with Sharon Newman, which led to Sharon dumping of her body in the river. Although some admirers held on to hope that it might have been a dream or hallucination, Heather's demise is undoubtedly the actual deal, at least unless some soapy twist comes up. Daniel Romalotti Jr. makes a solemn morgue visit to identify Heather's corpse in the October 2 episode, so Heather's loved ones will soon be in grief. In an interview with TV Insider, Vale Bloom confessed she was given around 3 weeks' notice regarding Heather's fatality and that some sadness came with the news. At the same time, Bloom realized that her character's sad fate would open the door to huge drama for those left behind. Bloom also expressed her thanks for being allowed to reprise the role and stick around in it for as long as she did. It's evident that Bloom isn't carrying any grudges over Y&R's decision to cut her loose. That said, Bloom would certainly be open to make a reappearance as Heather if there's a crazy tale that screams for it. Anything can happen in Genoa City, so Bloom isn't ruling it out. "I'm a huge fan of Resurrection," Bloom stated. She goes on to remark, "I think what's really fun about daytime, as opposed to maybe other formats, is you can experience things beyond your wildest dreams." Bloom said that if fans wanted to see more of Heather, she'd be on board with returning to the role. Could there be some clever approach to bring Heather back to life? That's a notion to contemplate, especially when you think about the fact that Diane Jenkins Abbott is still in the world of the living. Diane is a character that seemed gone for good, but she ultimately resurrected from the grave, as her demise was faked. At the very least, Sharon could start hallucinating Heather along with Cameron Kirsten, and generate some entertaining yelling bouts in her own mind. Regardless, Eilbaum provided a forecast that offers hope to any sad Heather fans. "I don't think it's the last time you'll see Heather," Bloom teased. "You really never know in the wonderful, wild world of soaps." The Young and the Restless spoilers claim more nasty revelations are going Sharon's way, so stay tuned for updates on all the upheaval she'll endure. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Wednesday, October 2, says that Audra Charles will rat Kyle Abbott out for undermining her and accuse him of putting his own interests above what's best for Glissade. After Audra and Kyle quarrel in Victor Newman's office, he'll conclude this collaboration isn't going to work and challenge them to prove which one should come out on top. At the Abbott estate, Kyle will see Diane Jenkins Abbott's laptop is still logged in, so he'll sneak on it and look in her new projects folder. Once Kyle heads back to Newman Enterprises, he'll tell Victor about a game-changing moisturizer that's in the pipeline at Abbott. Kyle will make it known that he cares about Glissade's success more than any remaining allegiance to his family. After Kyle suggests they can move forward with this moisturizer and beat Abbott to the punch, Victor will wonder what they're waiting for then. Kyle will have one proviso since he'll want Victor to fire Audra in exchange for this knowledge. At Society, Jack Abbott will quarrel with Diane regarding Billy Abbott as she'll think he should sink or swim on his own. Diane will also want to find a substitute for Kyle's previous post at Abbott, but Jack will worry about igniting additional strife. When Jack accuses Diane of caring more about the firm than their son, she'll lash out at him. Jack will go away to take a call, so that'll also give Diane an opportunity to corner Audra once she steps in. Diane will wonder what it's going to take for Audra to get her claws out of Kyle. Audra will dispute that she's not the problem and will press Diane's buttons until Jack intervenes. When Jack apologizes for Diane's behavior, that'll rile up his wife even more since she'll think Jack should be on her side. Audra will seem intrigued over the trouble in Paradise and take the intel back to Victor, who won't be too impressed. Although Audra will act like Kyle is going to stay loyal to Jack and Diane in the end, Victor will finally determine Kyle's the superior asset to Glissade. Y&R spoilers suggest Audra will be stunned as Victor tells her that she's fired. Back with Kyle, he'll be in a cheerful mood when he runs into Diane and Jack at Society, but he won't tell them why. Kyle will only answer with Audra, who, when Audra's name is brought up. At the cottage, Sharon Newman will be up early to make breakfast and continue her recovery deception, so Nick Newman and Faith Newman will seem to buy it. Cameron Kirsten will advise Sharon not to disclose too much at her therapy session this morning, which Nick will eventually drive her to. At Crimson Lights, Daniel Romalotti Jr. will provide Phyllis Summers and Summer Newman updates on Heather Stevens' choice to take off out of the blue. Summer and Phyllis will think it's too soon to fear, but Daniel will still feel unsettled and will decide to call Paul Williams in Lisbon. It turns out Paul got the same text from Heather about heading out of town for a few days, but he'll corroborate that she didn't come to visit him. Back with Phyllis and Summer, they'll approach Sharon and Nick at the cafe. Sharon will apologize for being harsh to Phyllis the previous time they faced off, thus Phyllis will appear weirded out. As for Nick, he'll continue to study Sharon intently and will look like he's still uneasy deep inside. Once Phyllis reconvenes with Daniel at the GCC, he'll get a call from the police. Daniel will then fill Phyllis in on a fisherman finding a body in the river. The fingerprints will match Heather's, but Daniel will try to tell himself that can't be right, and will plot to clean things up. However, Daniel will suffer a terrible shock when he goes to the morgue and realizes Heather is actually the one under the sheet. It'll leave Daniel battling to conceal his emotions as he looks down at Heather's pale corpse. The young and the restless spoilers suggest Daniel will most certainly seek answers following this tragic news, so we'll bring you predictions on his research. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know it in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.